Good morning, everybody. This is Mr. Sandhu, and we're in Math 10 A and W, and this is Chapter 3.3, Surface Area. We're on page 142 of the Mathworks 10 workbook, and we're on example 1. So we're dealing with a new skill, working with surface area. Surface area is the area that would be covered by a three-dimensional object if you laid it out flat. So we need to be clear that it's the area, not the volume of this object. You can take a look and see, based on the pictures that are in front of us, there's a cube there, or a rectangular prism, and immediately people see those three dimensions, length, width, and height, and they want to multiply all those to find the volume. But we're talking about surface area. We're talking about the outside areas of all six sides. And when you take this object and flatten it out, like this shown here, we call this a net. And the net of this object shows it as if it's a cardboard box flattened out. And we want to find the area of each of these boxes so that we can find the total surface area of the outside of the box. So that's what surface area is as opposed to volume. Volume would be if we were trying to find how much this container here holds in terms of space, air space, water, food, whatever you're putting in the box, right? That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about this actual outside area as if we were going to paint the outside of the box. So how do we calculate it? First, let's take a look at the question. Akiko has been hired to paint the exterior of a storage bin. If the bin is a rectangular prism that measures 2.3 yards by 4.4 yards by 2.8 yards, what is the surface area of the bin? So in this first solution, they've flattened it so that we can visualize all of the sides. There are, when I take a look at this thing here, I see that there are, let's call this, say, side A. There's two of them. Side B, there's two of them. And side C, there's two of them. All right. So there's a couple different ways to solve this. You can just find the area of each one of these boxes and then total them all up. Or you can do what's a little bit faster, is to find the area of the side A and double it. Find the area of side B, double it, find the area of side C, and double it, and then total it up. And I think that's the way I'm going to do this. So let's start. Let's find the area of side A, and the area is length times width. Basically, in this case, is 4.4 yards in its length. And its width is 2.8, so 4.4 times 2.8, and that multiplies 4.4 times 2, let's clear that out of there, 4.4 times 2, hold on, this is still not working, 4.4 times 2.8, okay, 12.32. Alright, so we'll write that in here. The area of this equals 12.32. And let's find the area of B. Area of B is also going to be length times width. It's going to be 4.4 again, but this time it's times 2.3. So area is length times width. In this case, that's going to be 4.4 times 2.3, which gives us 4.4 times 2.3, 10.12. And if these are yards, then when we find the area, we get yards squared. I should have put that here as well. Okay? So we're talking about a square area. We're not talking about length here. For instance, if we had something that was 2 yards by 2 yards, and we wanted to find the area, that would be 2 yards by 2 yards. So in total, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 square yards. Each one of these is 1 yard by 1 yard. It's a square yard. It's not a length, it's an area. So we have a total of 4 of these. So that means our area would be 4 yards squared. Okay, or 4 squared yards. So that's why here we put yards squared, because we're not dealing with lengths, we're dealing with areas. Let's find the last one here. The last one is side C. So the area of side C is length times width, and in this case, the length is 2.3, and the width is 2.8. Doesn't really matter. I could have said that the length is 2.8 and the width is 2.3. The math is still going to work out the same. And in this case, 2.3 times 2.8 is 6.44, and those are going to be square yards. Okay, 6.44 of those little squares fit in there. All right, now we've got our amounts for the 3 sides. Let's just add those up and then double it. So let's take these over here and find our total, and then times that by 2, and we're going to get our final answer. Because we have twice as many. These are representative of the 3 sides. We actually have 6 sides in total. This is only half of this prism. So let's total this up. We've got the 6.44, we've got the 12.32, and we've got the 10.12. In total, we have 28.88 square yards. But that represents half of the surfaces. Let's double that so that we can find out what the entire thing is. And so we'll take our answer, times it by 2. In total, we have 57.76 square yards of surface area. Okay? Now, some of you won't double. Some of you will actually just add 12.32 plus 12.32, which takes care of these sides. Then you'll add 10.12 plus 10.12, which takes care of these. And then 6.44 plus 6.44, which takes care of these. And you've accounted for all 6. Whereas I've just accounted for half of them and doubled, and I think that's an easier way to go about it. Okay? So this is one of the ways to solve this problem. There are several ways to do it. Some ways are more organized than others, but if you just take your time and do it this way, it will work every single time. And in future classes, I'll show you guys how to do a faster way of doing this. Thanks a lot for watching.